What is an effective value proposition? Your value proposition is the hero of the story. It should be the value that you offer to your prospects if they follow your suggestions. A lot of people like to use specific numbers or things that can be measured, or always talk in terms of money, and both of these things are useful and important. But they're not the only ways to convince someone and demonstrate value. You should also be thinking about the wider benefits that you can deliver to people. Anything that's beneficial to your audience could be part of your value proposition. Your value proposition can be seen as your best answer to the question, why us, why change with us, or why change? A good way to check if you're really talking about benefits is to simply ask yourself, so what, after each point you make. Ask yourself, why does the audience care about this? Keep doing it and explaining so what until you really can't go any further. Once you get to that point, you'll have reached a benefit, something that will be meaningful to your audience and a reason they should do business with you. This is what you're after. Often, the benefits you select will be similar. After all, there are only so many elements a product or service can impact on, so don't worry if all your slides ultimately lead to only 4 or 5 benefits. These are likely the most important and will make the biggest impact on your audience. Also consider who your audience is. The actual benefit you talk about could vary, with some focused on the metrics or financial benefits, while others might be looking at wider business benefits, and some may respond better to more personal or emotive benefits. If you can choose the right terminology for your value proposition, the language you use to explain it can be personalised to the individuals in the room. To be successful, a value proposition has to help you sell. It has to be persuasive. To do that, it needs to be relevant, to offer something that prospects want or that they can be made to want, perhaps a cool new mode of transport. When selling a category or whether to buy, we'd call that a why change presentation, your value proposition should be made up of benefits. Things like increased turnover, reduce risk or improve efficiency, or in this case, talking about how it's much quicker than the old way. It's important to ensure that your audience is bought into this before you move on. Once they're convinced they need the general solution, you then need to sell your version of it, or which one to buy. We call this the Why Us presentation. At this point, you have to differentiate. Set your offer apart from everything else. In this case, the value proposition should be made up of advantages and even features. Things like lightweight or better productivity or even BSI approved and so on. Advantages have inherent positive quality, but you need to tie each feature in the value proposition to a strong benefit verbally. So for example, the electric roof makes it look much cooler, feel much more exciting, and is also convenient. Ultimately, it's about demonstrating that you can deliver what the prospects want. You can do it better than anyone else and that they will be better off as a result. And why do you want to talk about advantages? Well, it helps you differentiate. If you're selling against other suppliers and you each present a list of benefits, everyone will sound the same. If you all offer the same thing, how will you stand out? In this situation, you might want to move away from the benefit to something more differentiated. Maybe you offer a better experience overall, or the feeling of speed, or the ability to get on the road more quickly because of the electric roof. Or other things like improving efficiency because you have a unique online scheduling system. Maybe you offer security because your guards are vetted to a high level. If so, you can focus on that in your value proposition in order to differentiate. When presented, features and advantages should be expanded upon to describe the benefit they provide to the customer.